Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, and Shalom, and good evening everyone. And I hope best wishes for all of us. We are from Group 6 Alibaba GDT program, and today we are going to talk and share with you about the development of logistics sectors in Indonesia. With this video, we hope it will inspire and share a little bit of education about logistics in our country.
I believe most of us already know about logistics and expeditions, which is a business service where they provide shipments and have control to plan, move and store goods, packages, transportation to move the goods or the packages from one place to another place. Logistic companies have a big role in this era. In order to be successful, every company uses logistics services to expand their business and reach their product to the customers from different eras. Logistics is one of the business sectors that will always be used by customers and businesses. There are many factors that support logistic sectors in Indonesia. One of the biggest factors is e-commerce. E-commerce rises to become one of the most thriving categories of business during this pandemic. With e-commerce, it offers an easy and effective way to purchase products online without the need to meet anybody during the transaction. The rise of e-commerce also affects the existence and the rise of logistics that serve a supply chain to help the shops with the e-commerce platform so they can send their products to their customers. The growth in logistics sectors are mostly stable and keep rising. In May 5, 2020, the Central Bureau of Statistics released the data of gross domestic product of Indonesia in quarter 1 up to 2020, which was 2.97%. Compared to quarter 4 in 2019, this number has dropped to 2.41%. In 2020, logistics sectors are predicted to keep developing. The contribution of air transportation in gross domestic product is increasing from 35.90% in 2017 to 36.10% in 2018. Based on supply chain Indonesia, the sectors is developing to 9.18% with 972 trillion worth of value. This value included the growth of transportation to 8.90%, which is 806.8 trillion, and 9.8%, which is 161.9 trillion of warehousing subsectors growth. This number dropped from the previous growth in 2019, where it was up to 11.56% or 889.4 trillion. Based on the Central Bureau of Statistics, the logistic industry business sector against gross domestic product in quarter 2 or 2019 was 220.6 trillion or 5.57% from gross domestic product overall value, which is 3,963.5 trillion. E-commerce and logistic industry cannot be separated, and they exist with the same business ecosystem. With the development and the huge potential of e-commerce, this resulted in more packages that need to be sent by the logistic sectors. This is beneficial to both the company and the logistics, and they may cooperate to maximize their profits and keep the business thriving. This serves to prove how important logistics may become in the near future, and logistic business will keep developing in the future.
There are many companies in the logistics sectors, but this time we will explain you about SiCepat and all the features, services, and technology. SiCepat uses to maintain their logistic business activities and also provide for their consumers to give the best experience in using SiCepat logistics service. Before we share about these features, services, and technology, it would be better if we share a little bit of the background history of SiCepat. SiCepat is a logistics startup company that has targeted online shops since it was founded in 2014 by Rudy Darwin Swigo. Rudy saw many of his clients choose to shop through e-commerce, and this is one of the reasons SiCepat opened a delivery service specifically for online shops. However, in 2014, not many people knew and used SiCepat. From August 2014 to September 2015, SiCepat started to grow even though it was not significant yet, and SiCepat started to grow significantly in October 2014. This occurred because SiCepat partnered with e-commerce companies such as Tokopedia, Matahari Mall, and Beribenka. After that, in July 2016, SiCepat Logistic had an incisive drop during Idul Fitri month, and all the office activities did not run as usual because of the Idul Fitri holidays. However, in the last 3 years, from 2014 to 2016, SiCepat succeeded at increasing their employees' number, which identified SiCepat is getting better at serving their customers. As time went on, SiCepat started to have more and more customers using their services because of their consistency and giving their best to their customers, and this satisfies the customers. Furthermore, SiCepat started to earn their trust, and this created a good relationship with customers.
Because most of the package shipments were from Jakarta to another city, SiCepat started focusing on their services in Jakarta. However, SiCepat already expanded its business and focuses not only in Jakarta but also to other cities such as Surabaya, Medan, Bandung, Yogyakarta, Batam, Semarang, Denpasar with 20 goods retrieval fleets. SiCepat keeps developing and improving, and they provide pickup service by order via telephone call. This is meant to help customers so they do not have to come to the location and queuing up to procure a delivery service. Customers also feel more convenient to track their packages. SiCepat built a qualified IT system to monitor all the packages delivery. In addition, SiCepat created an application and it is available on the App Store and Google Play Store. With this system, SiCepat hopes the package receiver will also be able to track down the packages with the receipt number. Rudy also hopes with the software SiCepat created would easily connect customers to SiCepat, and it is free of charge. Nowadays, SiCepat has become one of the most successful logistics startup companies in Indonesia. Their various services have been known and used by many customers, businesses, and e-commerce platforms and companies. To have more explanation of SiCepat Logistic, we did an interview with some sources, which includes the customer, the staff, and the manager. Due to the long interview we had, we have shortened the video, and here is the short footage of our first interview with Mr. Randy as a manager of creative and social media. However, because of the short footage, we will also furtherly explain about our interview with our sources.
SiCepat vision and mission statement is to be the biggest expedition company in Asia. And through company culture, which is FAST. F stands for focus, A stands for active and creative, S stands for service excellence, and T stands for teamwork. SiCepat's motto statement is when everything becomes easy. SiCepat is developing because there are many involved parties in the business ecosystem to help business to develop. From the founder to the former of operation, also the wholeness of Indonesia's logistics needs for the company to create various services, such as 15 hours packages arrival, customers. Customers also involved because customers are getting more options for them to choose, and without customers it would be impossible for SiCepat to be this progressive. There are also multiple partnerships with merchants over e-commerce platforms. From the external side of collaboration, it surely has to be reciprocally profitable for SiCepat and the partner company. All the external collaboration from different companies is meant to support and make sure the services of SiCepat are corresponding with what they have offered to the customers. Internally, because SiCepat is a startup company, it means in the developing process of SiCepat, there are investors' role, and with the services given by SiCepat, this also resulted in recommendation of testimonies given by the customers. These testimonials really have a big impact on SiCepat.
So SiCepat is more focused on collaboration with e-commerce for some merchants or marketplaces. SiCepat collaborates not only with e-commerce but also brands of SiCepat sisters companies that are supported by SiCepat. One of the examples of SiCepat's group company is BazarOnline.id. This is one of the SiCepat sisters companies, and BazarOnline.id is already launched in digital platform Instagram. And what is BazarOnline.id? This is basically a product of a company named Hera, and SiCepat is the one who supports all of their shipments. SiCepat does not have a subsidiaries company because it's under a group company called OnStar. For the service, SiCepat does not have franchise such as some of the Logistic competitors, and all of the SiCepat's booths in Depok or Jakarta, Bekasi, and other places are genuinely from the operation department of SiCepat. It is the same with open branches, so all of the quality control of the branches are directly handled by SiCepat. Now we're talking about the human resources. From the human resources, SiCepat has 30,000 employees all around Indonesia, and all of the employees are also handled under the quality control of SiCepat Center. These actions are meant to keep SiCepat's quality, and if there are dissatisfactory service or problems, it all will be directly handled by the customer care from SiCepat. SiCepat has various services such as SiCepat Syariah, SiCepat Halu, SiCepat Gokil, SiCepat Untung, SiCepat Best, SiCepat COD, SiCepat Hello, SiCepat Go, and all. However, the service that customer use the most is SiCepat Halu, which means harga 5.000, or in English we say 5,000 rates service. Yeah, SiCepat Halu is 5,000 rate service. So when a customer use the shipments from Shopee, there will be an options of the frugal shipments, and one of the options that was showed up is SiCepat Halu, which is the cheapest option. That's why the service is the most used by the customers. And based on the survey SiCepat did to the community, SiCepat is in the third place of the community top of mind, and the source does not have the exact data. As the first semester of 2020, SiCepat handles around 850,000 packages per day. And this information is gathered from our personal findings, unrelated to the interviews that we had before. SiCepat branches are multiplying. Even so, the first time SiCepat was found in Indonesia, the company focusing more on Jabotabek, Jakarta, Bogor, Depok, Tangerang, and Bekasi. Jabotabek is Jakarta, Bogor, Depok, Tangerang, and Bekasi. And in early this 2021 February, SiCepat was already 7 years established in Indonesia. With the increasing number of employees, automatically the branches are multiplying, such as in Depok, SiCepat has a few branches, and in Jakarta, from North Jakarta to South Jakarta, SiCepat has many branches now. Yet, all the branches are under the quality control of SiCepat central office. And this is also meant to diminish all the risk. Unlike franchise, they always have to maintain the quality of the employees to the shipments themselves. And the difference is SiCepat holds all the matters of the company, and it is indeed as SiCepat already use technology, but SiCepat does not have robotic resources as substitute for human resources. However, what SiCepat has in the technology, acceleration in service, improvement to the customer, so from the company itself, as the increasing amount of human resources, there needs to be a company with a compatible quality. SiCepat has ISO training and ISO held each year to make sure the increasing quality of the human resources and the company structure itself will be more equipped. Besides Hera, SiCepat has a sisters company that handles IT matters. All sisters companies are synergized. There is a sisters company that will support for technology matters of SiCepat, and when there are overseas shipments, SiCepat will also collaborate with SiCepat sisters company. This meant synergize and support each other's sister company to make sure everything went well. And every day SiCepat could have millions of shipments. However, our source cannot tell us the exact number, but when we were doing this meeting, he said one merchant in e-commerce such as Shopee or Tokopedia, within a month they could have millions of shipments. And there is a merchant, and in a month there are 18, and in a total there are 3 million shipments of these merchants with SiCepat's shipments service.
In this 4.0 era, a company like SiCepat has their own advantage and disadvantage when it comes to technology development. The advantage that SiCepat feels is because they have their own sister company who handles all kind of IT matters, so it is synergized. However, the disadvantage is because SiCepat is still planning this and not yet published. So SiCepat wants to expand and move forward not only in logistic or expedition matters but also to other sectors yet use the same brand name. So this is one of SiCepat's handicaps because most people know them only as a logistic and expedition company. And as the technology development is increasing, SiCepat also wants to participate not only in logistic or expeditions but also to other sectors. And for the payment, SiCepat provides many different options for the customer. So in each merchant SiCepat collaborates with, there are many different options for the customer to choose which payment method they want to use for the transaction. And this year, SiCepat also wants to reach and develop another payment method, which is cash on delivery in some marketplaces. And this helps the seller and the buyer to meet in a place and have a transaction. This also helps to diminish the chance of frauds to both seller and buyer, and helps the online shop sellers so they do not have to collect all the transactions themselves, so it is beneficial to both parties. SiCepat started to grow in 2019. The circumstance of SiCepat is also stable and significantly grow by gathering all the sellers and the customers' data and maintain all of that with social media and digital. The digital assets of SiCepat are developing as well by collaborating with FCTI and being sponsorship for a show called Indonesian Idol. Not just that, SiCepat also hired brand ambassadors to boost their company's name. However, from all the programs SiCepat has accomplished, the company still has dreams and hopes. And also, all the company, they want the best for their future. It is the same with SiCepat. SiCepat is still in the third place, not first place. The company wants to be the number one, and SiCepat wants when there's an expedition or shipment, the company's name will automatically come up to people's mind and become the top of mind or priority in the society. And to be the top of mind, of course, every company should have a healthy company culture. And this is what SiCepat applies to their company. SiCepat has a healthy company culture. SiCepat allowing their employees to work from home during this COVID-19 pandemic. And also SiCepat makes sure there's no overlapping job for their employees. And this is the reason why SiCepat makes sure their company has a complete company structure. As the company is growing, social media has a big impact on SiCepat. However, digital is not an easy place to handle. When the company makes a mistake, it could kill their personal brand or their character, and it won't be easy to clear the names after something bad happened. To prevent unpredictable and negative things happening on social media or any digital platforms of SiCepat, the company has its own division that is responsible for taking care of this. This division is called the Crisis Management Plan or CMP, and they will be the one who handles all of this situation on social media. And the other preventive way is SiCepat also uses daily monitoring to create an alert when there is a negative issue or negative sentiment, so the company could immediately prevent the unpredictable situation. In 2021, Bersatu untuk Mudah, Unite for Convenience is the new vision statement of SiCepat. SiCepat has a new strategy. The company wants to give more and help people and the community who need to be helped. The company wants people to see them as a company who cares and participates in caring for the environment and the community. And this year, the company will hold activities and some other programs in Ramadan, such as Kamu Bertanya Saya Menjawab, You Ask I Will Answer, and conducting modern programs with quizzes, giveaways, prizes to attract people, and one of the company's way as a marketing strategy. In the past 7 years of SiCepat, SiCepat has never been in a low situation that diminishes the company's profits. On the other hand, SiCepat is always developing, and there have never been issues that made the company fall. So this is all the digital infrastructure and ecosystem of SiCepat that makes SiCepat established till this day and survive till this day. Before we end this video, we want to say thank you so much for Ma'am Dewi because she was the one who gave us instructions and also patiently answered to all of our questions and our doubts about this topic 1 and topic 2 assignments. And we also want to say thank you so much for people who watched this video from the beginning till the end. And don't forget to like and comment this video because we need this as a proof to our lecturer. And I hope with this video it could give you a little bit information about logistic in Indonesia. And thank you so much. Bye!